Where are we in that picture? I can't tell.
It's recent.
Yeah, I can tell it's recent. Oh, no. Was that at the burlesque show?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So we don't know. That was last week, and we don't know when it was. It's not good.
Hi, welcome to week 32 of the Pregnancy Desktop, inspired by Jason Concepcion's NBA Desktop. And this is a rundown of the last week in twin pregnancy. And I'm your host, Donna, former Olympian, now not quite, but almost a parent for the first time of twins. And the twin part's relevant. What's this? Oh, we're showing, yeah.
There's Jason.
Cool. Oh, yeah, and as a side note, we just watched a really good episode of the NBA Desktop last week because we're in Toronto and the team won the NBA championship, so I had extra incentive to watch the NBA, to look at the NBA Desktop, and he did like a really special episode. That was good. Yeah. Anyway, this is in no way references the quality or wit or put togetherness of that desktop, but now you know our backstory. So, okay, so for the pun, so last week I mentioned that we received these the baby boxes, which are basically cardboard boxes with a mattress and mattress cover, and sometimes you get other extra loot when you order one. But they're practically free, and they're our potential sleep solution. So anyway, we ordered one, and Daniel, you were asking me about the dimensions of it. We needed to figure out the exact dimensions of the box and the mattresses that they were sleeping on, because we might recreate it ourselves and use this as a prototype. Anyway, long story short, he was asking me about the dimensions of the mattresses, and it occurred to me we know exactly what size mattress we need from now on for them.
Twin size.
Yeah, exactly. Twin mattresses. So let's do the size rundown for this week. So week 32 in pregnancy, how big is it? It's a Napa cabbage or just a cabbage, depending on who you ask, or a cantaloupe, which we've seen before. So I think several weeks ago. So maybe they've shrunk. I think this one is another kind of squash. Lots of squash. And this is a leaf of kale. So not the whole kale, just one leaf. And zucchini, which is also a callback. So some other sites thought it was a zucchini before, but this one says it's a zucchini now. This zucchini looks really unhappy. Probably wants to get out of his zucchini womb. And also this kind of hat, which was nice, or this kind of hat. And that is the rundown for size of each one of them at week 32. Median size, I think it's based on. But because they're twins, ours are still tracking close to the median size, so they're pretty close to that. I'll fill you in a minute on that. In the meantime, this week for pregnancy win or fail, it's pregnancy win and fail. The fail was that we looked into cord blood donation and cord blood banking. And to make a long story short, we decided for us that it's a really good idea to donate cord blood to the public bank. It makes a lot more sense to us than banking it privately for a variety of reasons. And so then when we went to ask at our hospital, which is a big hospital with a lot of births, they had people there who were happy to take our money to do private banking, but the public bank doesn't operate out of that hospital, and in fact, for the entire area that we're in, there's only one hospital, and it's quite far away if we wanted to do that. So that was a bit of we were both puzzled by that because almost all the hospitals have private cord banking.
I bet that they pay money to have that.
Yeah, it makes sense. There's a profit motive involved, and so we're a little disappointed because it probably means that the profitable private companies which don't contribute to the social good maybe have taken the place of what would have been a really, really important thing. I'm not explaining this well. You should look it up. The win, on the other hand, is that it's more of a personal win. I'm just going to show you some pictures of things we did in week 32 that were really fun. We went to the ballet, and I really like that picture. So we saw a really good program, and we did a bunch of things this week. And I mentioned this last week too, which was our goal to sort of get out more and take advantage of. Oh shoot, this one's not loading. Whoops. Anyway, this was just another picture of us going out on the town. Probably we did a bunch of things that were really fun. Hope this one loads. Nope, it didn't. What did we do in week 32? We had a lot of fun. I can't even remember. That's how much fun it was. Okay, at the end of week 32, we had our week 32 ultrasound. So it actually happened just 2 days after week 32 ended, but it's called the week 32 ultrasound, so I included it. And this is what it looked like while it was happening. I'm getting really, really big, so you can see like a huge belly, and the pictures on the screen. And at this point, I can't really see the screen, but toward the end, she pivoted the screen so I could see. And one of the really cool things, we don't have a picture of it as it happened, and it's going to be hard for you to maybe make this out, but this is twin A, the girl, and she was facing away. She was facing toward the sonographer, so you could see her face very clearly. And at some point, she actually did like open her mouth really wide, like a cry, or it looked a little, to me, it looked kind of like a cross between a yawn or a scream. It was like, anyway, it for some reason kind of broke the spell of them being almost, I don't know, stoic in there, or just like, not showing much expression. And it was a very strong facial expression. So we got to see it happening in real time. That was really cool. And we, checked in on things like, how are they moving? Are they doing all the right stuff? Apparently they're supposed to be practicing breathing, which they were doing. That picture didn't work either, but that was a picture of their weights. So they're over 4 pounds each. So that was neat. And the last one, oh yeah. So now we go in, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Now we go in every 2 weeks. So this is me just smiling at the end of it. And we get to go back on a 2-week schedule now. So with twins, I think that's commonplace to increase the frequency of the visits. So we had a momentous occasion this week, something that happened to both of us. And I wanted to announce it because it's pretty neat. So I've gained a lot of weight, and despite our differences in height and size, for the very first time in our lives, we weighed the exact same. So we took a picture. We weigh exact same down to the decimal. So this is me standing on the scale, and we weighed ourselves a few times. And each time it confirmed that we were exactly the same, down to 0.1. Should I tell them the weight or just?
Sure.
Okay, so it was 170.
0.4.
171.4. Yeah, so we captured it by taking our scale outside into the alleyway and taking pictures of it. Yeah. Okay, last section is Kid Logic, so I'm going to hand over the reins.
Okay. All right, I've got the reins. So this, as a caveat, I should say that I haven't watched this whole video. In fact, I've watched about 5 seconds of this video, but I feel like it shows some promise. So this is, you're so dubious. So these are photos that people never understand kids' logic. So it's on theme. I don't know how good it will be. Okay, that's not very good. Okay, so we'll just rate them. 1 to 10, what do you give it?
A 2.
A 2. Mm,
Okay, no, 2, another 2.
Yeah.
Sorry, not on you, just on the kids. Oh, that was clever. His feet were still inside. That's also clever.
if that's true, that would be neat.
Hmm.
Let me see.
Oh, not bad.
Okay, we're not gonna watch all this. That's actually kind of
Yeah,
clever.
yeah, I agree. Very clever. I like it. Oh, that's kind of sweet.
If true. Okay, that's good.
Oh,
What did they do?
I think in retribution they opened each banana.
Oh,
That's mean.
that's- okay.
Huh. Oh,
Sweet
that's
action.
good, actually. Yeah.
Gift not included.
Are we watching all of them? It's 11 minutes long.
Okay. We'll do one more after this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. One more. Last grand finale.
Okay, that's just a photo.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
so-
you needed to accomplish carrots everywhere.
Oh, that's what he was doing. I didn't
Yeah.
even see the carrots.
Yeah.
Okay, it's better.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
put in a little more work. This was a bit rushed, but
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's on theme too. I feel like we're running out of time to make these. It's really fun to check in every week. But we are recording this one a little late. We're a delinquent. Yeah, it's just the speed of things, you know. Okay, so that's a recap of week 32. See you again in week 33.